Hey guys, welcome back to the Hess Project. I'm John Rodalaza, and I just finished watching Mortal Kombat on HBO Max. I will be watching it in theaters next week, so I will be giving my spoiler reviews later. Here is my non-spoiler review on the reboot for Mortal Kombat. I was very skeptical going into this because that trailer was so dope, and I've seen dope trailers before that led to very not good movies. and I just rewatched the last two Mortal Kombat films, the 90s ones, got real hyped with the first one, and then like just kind of annoyed and just laughed at the second one. But then I watched Scorpion's Revenge, the new animated film for about a year ago, and it kind of focuses on Scorpion and his perspective going into the Mortal Kombat tournament. So I was kind of surprised to see all these similarities within both films, but let's just talk about this one for a second, guys. Mortal Kombat 2021 is freaking awesome. 100% blows the 90s films out of the water. Blows Legacy out of the water. I've seen maybe like one episode of Legacy. Not the whole thing, but I will do a review for it soon. It just blows it out of the water. It does. This is probably the best Mortal Kombat adaptation outside of the games that we've ever gotten. I was so excited to see all of the characters, almost all of them, in this movie. Liu Kang, Kung Lao, Sonya Blade, Kano, Scorpion, Raiden. They're almost all in here. Even though I've never played the Mortal Kombat games outside of 11 really, and maybe a little bit of another one, you don't need to know anything about Mortal Kombat going into this movie. You just gotta go in, you get introduced to the champions of the earth who are gonna fight in the tournament called Mortal Kombat against Shang Tsung's forces. This movie has a very simple plot with a bunch of characters and only an hour and 50-minute runtime. When I saw that, I thought, uh-oh, this might not be good. It might rush things. No, I honestly think some things were quite well paced. I was skeptical at first, but I ended up really liking the concept of this film, following a nobody with a lot of mystery behind him named Cole Young. Then he meets Sonya Blade and other champions amongst the Earth realm, and they want to gather themselves together so that they can fight in Mortal Kombat. Dude, it gets really brutal in this movie, let me tell you that. There's just a bunch of unsanctioned fights that just go off at any point in time, which is totally fine with me. I had a problem with it before in the other movie, the original one. That's only because they had a few sanctioned fights in front of a crowd, and then other fights would just take place in a hallway, some would take place in hell. That's what I'm saying. It was kind of random in that movie. Dude, all of the fighting in here was so dope and awesome. I had heard that this movie was gonna have kind of a low budget, not like super low, but nothing like Marvel, and I was kind of surprised. But dude, when I saw that trailer, I figured that they were putting their money in the right places, and they did. There are bits of this story that are left to be desired. Like, I wish we got more out of the champions. We got just a little more, but I don't feel like complaining about that much because they did a good job with what they had. I was very impressed. While the movie wants you to think that Cole Young is going to be like the super main character and we're going to follow him and not really focus on anyone else, you're wrong there, essentially. You do get a bit of Liu Kang, Kung Lao, Sonya Blade, Jax, all of their motivations and struggles going into this fight and this cause against Shang Tsung and his forces. The music in here really does add to all of the fights like a game would. And it's not techno-y like the 90s films, but they did kind of use notes from that original Mortal Kombat theme song and repurpose it into this score, which I really did like. Even special effects were not that bad. There was really nothing that stood out to me. I thought, oh, that didn't look too good. There's a couple CGI characters that I thought could have gone wrong and have before, but no, they came out pretty decent. They looked legit. I just can't help but feel grateful for this movie even existing, for all of the love that went into this project, because Mortal Kombat is such a beloved franchise to some people. I do really like it. It's just I haven't played all the games, but I really do like it. I like the lore. It's very interesting, very intriguing. A lot of these characters are very rich and unique, and I'm just so glad to see that Hollywood's taking Mortal Kombat seriously. And I really do hope that we get a franchise out of this, because this is something that Warner Brothers can milk the shit out of. I would be totally shocked if we do not hear that a Mortal Kombat film is greenlit within the next 5 months or so, because there is a lot you can do with this. If you know anything about where the games are with Mortal Kombat 11, how far the story has gotten since the beginning, oh my lord, you can do so much. I just think it's the type of property that lends itself to multiple spin-offs, multiple installments, and they gotta jump on that real quick. This movie was really good, a really nice breath of fresh air, very gory, And yeah, I don't know. I just don't have anything bad to say about it. Perhaps I'll have some negatives when I watch it for a second time next week. I'll have a spoiler review for you all to see next week. So stick around, guys. Let me know down below, have you gotten a chance to check out the Mortal Kombat 2021 film? Let me know what you thought about it down below in the comments. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and be sure to stick around, guys, because I just finished my entire series of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I think I have a spoiler-free review for the entire series coming up soon, and then I have a spoiler-filled review on the very last episode, the finale. Also, I'm going to be covering Invincible. There's one more episode left, and I'm going to be doing my review for episode 7 very soon. So you might want to stick around, guys. Stick around the channel, because there's always more to come.